Alright, hey guys, it's Zaza and I'm back again with another topic. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things, black hair, natural hair. As y'all can see, I'm a locked queen. I've had my hair in locks since I was 8 years old, and if y'all don't know, I'm 23. So that's about 15 years of me having the exact same hairstyle. And as y'all can see, I do have a little length about my hair. I have the curls going on right now, but generally my hair is about maybe mid-back length. So yeah, I'm really content with my natural hair, but it was definitely a journey for me. And I'm going to get into the why. And you guys are going to just be really fascinated with how I'm able to connect this with liberalism, because it's more connecting than you would ever think. Okay? So let's get into my natural hair story, because there is a story that goes with it. So as I've stated, I've been natural since I was 8 years old. Well, I've been natural my whole life. Let me go back. I've had my natural hair for my whole life, and I've had my locks since I was 8 years old. So when I was a child, I used to have like the traditional black girl hairstyles with the, the puff balls and the braids and beads and all that, barrettes, all that stuff. And, I used to love my hair. I didn't like getting my hair combed and detangled. That I hated, because it was pretty painful for me, and I just remember doing a lot of crying. And my mom telling me pretty hurts, all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, my hair was always done up. My mom did not play. She did not want us walking around looking like orphans. She wanted us to look like we had parents who cared about us. So we definitely kept our hair done. And when I say we, I mean me and my sisters, because I have 3 younger sisters, and we all have our natural hair. So my mom did her thing with that. And the only time I remember having my hair manipulated to be straight was when I was in kindergarten. Right, I was about to graduate kindergarten or whatever, and my great grandmother, may she rest in peace, my mom wanted her to press my hair. So my hair was straightened for that one, event. And I remember hating that process, because I remember getting my ears burned, and I remember just not liking they taking the thing off the stove and putting it in my hair. Like, no, I don't like that. I was really scared that I was gonna get burned. And I remember getting my ear burned a few times and just having to be really still, and it was just too much pressure for me, So I remember at some point in time, my mom just came up to me and she showed me a picture of this black lady. I don't know who it was some lady. She had locks. She had really long locks, and she just simply asked me, like, do you want your hair like this? If you do your hair like this, I won't have to comb your hair no more. Yeah, I was like, yes, without a doubt. And here I am 15 years later with the same locks. And I will keep my locks like this forever, bro. I do not want to ever see a comb again. I don't like the detangling process. It's not my thing. So I had my locks. I was also homeschooled from the age of like 7 to when I was 10 years old. So about 3 school years, right? So during the time of which I was homeschooled, that's also when I started my locks. And I love my hair, right? It was just a regular kid with locks. I went back to the public school when I was 10 years old, and I remember my locks were just a point of concern for a lot of my peers. They're like, why do you have your hair like that? Why do you have the same hairstyle every day? Why don't you flat iron your hair? Why do you wear your hair like that? It was just like making me feel really alien with my hair, and I'm like, what's wrong with my hair? Like, I was the only girl with locks in my class. Me and my sister were the only ones with locks in our school, right? So we were outcasted for our hair. And I was like, wow, like, I didn't know my hair was such a problem. Like, I had girls telling me, my so-called friends telling me that I would look better if I flat ironed my hair, if I got my hair straightened, then I'd be able to get a boyfriend and all this other crap. And I started listening to them, because I'm like, I'm getting to the age where I do want a boyfriend. And I'm having guys telling me that, oh, she's pretty, but I don't like her hair. If she took her hair down, then I might go with her. I was told that. I'll never forget hearing that, because I'm like, wow. So you don't like me because of my natural hair. You want me to do something, manipulate my hair so it can appease you. You want me to conform. And I was 100% gonna conform. I remember over my winter break, when I was in like 6th grade, I remember I asked my mom, oh, can you take my locks out, comb them out? Because you can comb these out. If I start from the bottom and go up, you can comb your hair out. You can comb locks out. It's gonna take forever. It's a process, and you're gonna lose a lot of length. But if you don't want to cut your hair, you can comb it out. That's an option. My sister did it. So I asked my mom to comb my hair out, and she started the process. She started combing them out, I remember. And then I remember she asked me why, and I told her, you know, I'm trying to show out when I go back to school. You know, I'm trying to be popping. She like, nah, that's not going to be the reason you take your hair out. I'm not helping you with that. If you want to take your hair out, you can do it yourself, but I'm not going to help you for that reason. And I remember being so mad. So mad. Like, what do you mean? So you're going to force me to wear my hair like this? You're going to force me to have my hair like this in this ugly hairstyle that I don't want. Nobody's ever going to date me if I have my hair like this. Clearly it didn't matter though. So I'm saying, I'm bringing this up because it points to a very large issue in the black community that's pretty like underrated. And it's the issue of self-hate when it comes to our natural hair texture. It's very, very, very apparent in our community. Very apparent. As I stated, I was the only girl with locks in my class. My class. Even in high school, I think there was only like a handful, maybe 5 girls total in the whole school that had locks. Most black girls, the typical hairstyle for black girls is weaves or braids. Or sew-ins, which is weave. Or wigs. That's a new one. Because the wigs used to just be for grandmas, right? But now wigs are trendy. You get you a 33-inch bust-down wig, 40-inch bust-down wig, you pop it. I don't know the measurements, y'all. I don't wear fake hair, so I couldn't really go into it. But I pick up on the verbiage that I hear a lot of the girls using, because it's not that many girls talking about locks, but it's plenty of girls talking about wigs and installing bundles. It is what it is. That's what's going on in our community. And so I became more and more fascinated with this issue, because it's like, why are the girls who wear their hair natural pressured into straightening their hair, chemically straightening their hair, or permanent? That's insane. Why is that the standard in our community? I don't see the white girls being told that they need to wear afros. Do y'all see a surplus of white girls being told that they must wear afros? Because I don't. I'm not white. So maybe it does happen in the white community, but from what I can see with my eyeballs, I don't see a lot of white girls walking around with afros, but I see a lot of black girls walking around with straight hair. So what's up with that? And so that issue is very fascinating to me. And it became more fascinating because I realized that if I speak out, because what I did was when I was 21, I started my platform, Locked In with Zaza, on Instagram. And my platform was originally just a lock platform. I wanted to showcase people with locks, because I remember when I went on prom, I was trying to find hairstyles for people with locks, natural locks. And I could not find any styles. I cannot find any young girls with locks who looked like me. And I was getting annoyed, because I'm like, wow, so I just don't get any representation. I guess I just gotta be the trendsetter. I gotta figure something out myself. Because they don't really showcase our hairstyles. Yet we're supposed to be so pro-black. This is a black hairstyle though. Why is this not being showcased? So upon finding my platform, I actually gained a lot of traction. I began to formulate a community of people who had a hairstyle like mine. And we bonded through that. And people love my content. People love my page. And then I began to notice that there were a lot of people that I knew who were telling me how much they loved my page and how they wanted to lock their hair up, but they were scared for whatever reason. I hear this all the time, right? I'll be in public, for instance, and I'll have a black girl walk up to me and compliment my hair, and we'll talk about my hair, and then I'll be like, girl, why don't you start your locks? Oh, girl, no, I couldn't do that. I'm scared. Oh, no, my man. I remember a girl told me that she didn't want to get locks because her husband would get mad at her, or her boyfriend would get mad at her or something. I'm like, why? Your husband would get mad because you're growing your natural hair out? That's weird. But in our community, locks are looked down upon. It's considered masculine, which is insane. So a natural hairstyle is masculine, and a chemically straightened hairstyle, that's feminine, that's beautiful. Now y'all, I think y'all can get a better understanding of why so many black women wear wigs and weaves. Because in our community, it's fed to us from a very early age. People perm their baby's hair. I'm not joking. It's fed to us from an early age that there's something wrong with our hair. That we were born with the wrong hair texture. Doesn't that sound really familiar, y'all? Born in the wrong hair texture. Almost like these people saying that their kids are born in the wrong bodies. Hold on, y'all, because I made a connection that I don't think you guys are going to like, but I love it because it really, really makes sense. The way y'all are chemically transitioning y'all little kids' hair to appear straight to the point where they're my age, they have never seen their natural hair because they've been getting a perm regularly since birth, is wrong. It's just as bad as the people who chemically castrate their kids. You're chemically castrating their hair. You know, my mom told me that she was regularly getting perms. And the reason that she stopped, she cut her hair. I remember my mom started throwing away all her wigs. She started just throwing stuff away. And we were like, my sister told me she was crying when that happened. I don't remember that. I don't remember her crying, but I do remember my mom was throwing away a lot of her hair stuff because she went natural. She told me she was losing her hair. That's why she chose to go natural. This is the case for so many black women suffering from alopecia, because they've been covering their hair up since birth. You don't give it a chance. And then when you're an adult and you decide you want to go natural, it's a whole process. You got to chop your whole head off. You got to start bald at 30 years old because you were failed as a child. By the grace of God, I was not failed. My mom had her experience, and she never allowed us to get a perm. None of her daughters ever had a perm. Me and my sisters are all natural. And that's a blessing. I'm so happy that my mom was able to see the light before she damaged us, because she could have just as easily gave me a perm at an early age, and it would have been normal. People would have thought it was normal. And that's the crazy thing. People would think it's normal to give your child a perm and think it's weird to give your child locks. My mom got hell for giving us locks when we were little kids. They just thought we were weirdos. They didn't want to take pictures with us. They thought our hair was ugly. Isn't that horrible to have to deal with? Just being natural, just being yourself. You being talked down on. But if we would have had perms, they would have thought it was normal. That's sick. And it's definitely an illness that's going on in our community, and nobody wants to talk about it. Whenever I talk about it, I get hell online. It doesn't help that black people are racist. They'll tell a white girl she's not allowed to wear braids. Meanwhile, they literally think braids are beneath them. But you should have known it. I wasn't First birthday braids, now club braids. Because if y'all don't remember, we've already had this conversation like 2 years ago. The Texturist girlies were online saying that birthday braids were inappropriate. You should only have a bust down for your birthday. Then turn around and say they love black culture. Some ain't adding up. I went with my natural hair and got a lot of comments, surprisingly. What's so shocking about getting compliments on your natural hair? Do you not find your natural hair beautiful? Evidently not. Who says you can't go to the club with braids? Y'all, black people, black women. I don't be feeling like a baddie. I wonder what hairstyle is associated with so-called baddie. Girl, I feel you. I don't like going out with braids at all. Catch me when I got a wig on. Y'all can see that profile picture. She ain't talking about no kinky wig. What's the trend with black girls thinking braids are ugly all of a sudden? Y'all, this is nothing new. This is the same texturism I've been talking about this whole time. Please love yourselves. I'm begging you. In our community, in the black community, the hierarchy of hairstyles is wigs, weaves, braids at the bottom. Natural hair under braids. That's how it is. Because if you're wearing your natural hair, oh, you broke.
Them. I would never pay that much for hair. Me. I can tell. Y'all, the texturism that's gonna leap out is gonna be a lot. Right, looking like somebody badass, nappy head ass child. Like, damn. Carpet hair asshole. This is proving that y'all think that y'all hair texture is bad. I hope y'all know this, because y'all use the word carpet to describe our hair all the time. Because I'll blow rent on a wig. Look, to each their own. But we ain't finna be out here shaming people for not spending all their money on hair. Crunchy ass hair. Remember we were using the word crunchy to describe natural hair like 2 episodes ago? It is fuck. I stay talking about somebody's wig. Like, y'all be bragging about the most low down stuff. Should be thin and nappy as fuck, baby. Take that shit back to Party City. Nappy, crunchy, carpet. These are all words we've heard before. Basically, if your wig looks like your hair, it's a problem.
You can't buy no hair, you broke. Where your money at? But then they'll turn around and also say that natural hair is too expensive to wear. So which one is it? Are you broke if you're natural, or is natural hair too expensive? Because they're both lies. That's the cuckoo part. These girls simply don't like their hair. They were taught to hate their hair, and they spread that to other people. And it's been going on for generations. Generations. I'm over it. I'm over it. I've been speaking out against this for years. My first video I posted on YouTube, I was literally blaming white supremacy for people hating their hair. That's not true. People will call me the hair police and say I'm trying to shame black women who wear wigs or who cover their hair. I'm not shaming y'all. Y'all are victims of white supremacy, and I feel bad for y'all. But I'm gonna continue to talk about this, and nobody's gonna stop me. White supremacy is not a thing. White people are not supreme to me. Period. The reason why these girls are hating their hair, and the guys, because the guys hate, a lot of guys don't like natural hair either. Like the little boy who told me that he didn't want to get with me because of my hairstyle. It's dudes who are brainwashed too, because of their mammies. Their mammies told them that these nappy-headed girls are ugly and dirty. Find you a girl with a wig. Find you a girl who can afford to pay for her own hair. Y'all cuckoo cuckoo. So yeah, to connect this to the transgenders, because that's what I really wanted to get into. Let's just take a moment to think, right? So why do people transition their kids from a young age? They feel like their kids say they were born in the wrong body. They say that they wish they were a boy and they're a girl. Okay? Why do people give their kids perms? They feel like they're born with the wrong hair texture. They feel like they're born with too nappy of a hair texture. They're cursed with their hair texture. And they feel like a straighter hair texture will be better for them. Will give them a better life. Better opportunities. Pretty similar in my opinion. Another thing that's really similar between the trans agenda and the perm agenda is the fact that these are both permanent changes. A perm literally is short for permanent. You're permanently altering your hair texture when you put a perm in there. You're damaging it. And then when you gender transition, when you're giving gender affirming care, you're also permanently altering the body parts of said child. Permanently. There's no coming back to puberty. Once you miss that block where you're supposed to go through puberty, it's over. And like I say, my mom and many other women suffer from hair loss due to these perms. These perms have been linked to cancer multiple times. Nobody cares. When I post shit like that, they'll be like, oh, well, everything causes cancer. So that makes it okay to put in your baby's hair?
The way people are okay with this, but then get mad if a parent locked their kid's hair. It all boils down to internalized texturism, and can't nobody tell me otherwise. Honestly, if it's not permanent or hurting the child, I say leave it be. Well, relaxers have been linked to uterine cancer, so I think that you may be hurting the child. Can't say the same about locks, though. Why y'all so worried about other people's life? Like, that's not y'all baby hair. Keep this same energy the next time some parent shows themselves locking your child's hair, but y'all aren't. My mom keep making me perm my hair. It hurts me personally when people say shit like this because their parents don't realize how they're hurting them. Y'all are subjecting y'all kids to cancer for the sake of looking white. She not too young. I got my first relaxer at 4 or 3. You're a victim. Toddler needed it because that baby had way too nappy hair, right?
It makes no sense. These things are more connected than y'all think. And y'all say, oh, but never transition my child. But you're transitioning her hair. You're transitioning her hair. She doesn't even know that she has nappy hair. She's never seen it. Her hair grows an inch and you're putting more creamy crack in it. Y'all, it's the same thing. What really irks me is that when it comes to things like skin bleach, right? People will say, oh, skin bleach, don't ever bleach your skin. That's the biggest form of self-hate. Whenever there's a video of somebody bleaching their skin on TikTok, everybody is in the comments acting like they're doing the worst thing in the world. How could you do such a thing? Such a shame. What's the difference between bleaching your skin and perming your hair? They're both rooted in self-hate. You're doing one because you hate how dark your skin is and you want it to be lighter. You're doing the other because you hate your hair texture and you want it to be different. But one is looked down upon. Skin bleach, oh no, don't ever do that. You can't even sell skin bleach in America, but you can sell a permanent hair altering chemical and use it on children. They sell kitty perms. I think all that shit needs to be banned. I mean, if you're gonna ban one, ban them all. Or don't ban shit. That's what I think. But yeah, guys, it's really sad what's going on in our community. I really hate the fact that we've been so brainwashed for so many generations. And when people like me try to stand up against it, we get told to shut the fuck up or mind our business. Makes no sense. But this will always be my business, because at the end of the day, I'm going to pop out black kids, and they're going to have nappy hair. Me and my man got nappy-ass hair. So it's going to be my business, and I'm going to make sure to teach my kids that their natural hair is beautiful. God made you special, and he loves you very much. He didn't make a mistake when he made you with nappy hair. Hold on, let me take my hat off for a second. Y'all, my hair is nappy as hell. Y'all see these naps? Y'all see these naps, right? You see the naps, right? My hair is nappy. And there's nothing wrong with that. My hair is very thick and very beautiful. I can do anything with my hair. Y'all, excuse all this cat hair, by the way. This cat is everywhere. But yeah, y'all, it's nothing wrong with being born with nappy hair. And I just want people to realize that. We're beautiful. You're not born in the wrong body. You're not born with the wrong skin tone. And you're not born with the wrong hair texture. God makes no mistakes. And if you don't want to believe that, I'm sorry. But you're beautiful.